Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Action Comics number 298, published in March 1963, with story by Leo Dorfman and art by Jim Mooney, and I really like this cover. People of Metropolis, where is your hero Superman? Now that I have powers mightier than his, is he afraid that I will destroy him like his statue? Yes, I do like that cover. So this is a continuation from the previous issue. Superman is marooned in the past, and I must remain on the island, or I'll spread a deadly plant scourge. There's no one to stop Luthor and those criminals from the Phantom Zone and their forbidden weapons from ruling the world. Is Earth choke doomed? Everyone knows that Supergirl and Superman are two of the world's greatest forces for justice, and everyone also knows that the world's most sinister outlaw is Lex Luthor, the renegade scientist who has spent most of his life battling the super family. Therefore, can you imagine the drama that ensues when Supergirl, Superman, and Luthor become allies? It happens in the startling story, The Superpowers of Lex Luthor. So, Superman is now trapped. He cannot go, forward in time. His robots just smash against this barrier that the three Kryptonians created with their forbidden weapons. The Legion of Superheroes, likewise, cannot go back in time. Superman can't get through the time barrier, and the Superman Emergency Squad is sealed in the bottle of Kandor. Perhaps I should risk spreading the scourge to keep those criminals from conquering the Earth. But she gets a mental message from Lori Lemeris that an octopus has changed into a plant, so apparently her plague is spreading, but I don't think we ever hear anything more about that. So Supergirl is now stuck, so she decides to call in the help of Lex Luthor. What a spot. If I leave here to combat those criminals, I'll spread the plant scourge everywhere. Only one person can help me now, Luthor. He's the world's most evil scientist, but I have no choice. So she makes him the offer and tells him that his sister, Lena, has been trapped in the Bottle City, and so he agrees to help her. She then uses her super ventriloquism again to ask the warden to release him, but he doesn't believe. He thinks it's a trick from Lex Luthor. And I guess she can't go visit him. He thinks it's a trick because they're about to put him in an escape-proof prison, which they are about to do when along comes Kruel. When our telescopic vision observed how Supergirl failed to free Luthor, the others sent me here to put our own plan into operation. Now, with one touch of this button on my belt, something is happening. I feel so strange. My body is tingling oddly. And so he's told that he now has superpowers, apparently about equal to Superman. And so he just bursts free. It's Luthor. He shattered that cell to smithereens, and they cannot harm him. He has heat vision also. Well done, Luthor. I am Kruel, the one who gave you superpowers. Report to our island headquarters. We have an important task for you. Bah, no one gives me orders. Now that I have superpowers, he's bold. I'll follow you to that island as soon as I test my new abilities. So he goes to the Superman Museum, and I guess there's a super suit there. And so he steals it and then modifies it to create his own super suit. And then we basically get the cover. Attention, everyone. I, Luthor, have now become super. Just as I am destroying this statue, I will soon destroy Superman himself. It's Luthor. He's got superpowers. What a catastrophe. Meanwhile, Supergirl feels like a complete failure. I'll give up my career. Gulp. Never again will I use my superpowers at Superman's side like the time we destroyed the Porcupine Planet. So Lex Luthor shows up with the three Kryptonian villains. You must prove that you're really one of us. We have a vital task for you to perform. Me, take orders from you. Ha! I've got all your superpowers you have, plus a super brain. I should be giving the orders. Now, according to the previous issue, Kruel designed all of these incredible weapons, so I would think he's at least the equal to Lex Luthor. We don't really need you for our plans, Luthor. Look here. This chest contains the forbidden weapons of Krypton, which you designed. The most powerful destructive forces in the universe. So he demonstrates another one of his inventions, which is the mind over matter machine, where he can just create anything. And he creates a Kryptonian insect, tears up these trees. And Luthor thinks that since it wasn't real, that it wouldn't do real damage. But Kruel says that it did, that despite the fact that the creature isn't real, the damage is real. Then there's this time reversal ray. She just keeps pulling one weapon out after another. And one touch of this trigger, I can hurl any chosen area a million years back. So For whatever reason, the Marines arrive on the island. Men, our scientists report that this island was the epicenter of a violent earthquake. Our orders are to land and investigate. God knows why they'd send the Marines. But he uses the weapon, the time reversal, to change them back into cavemen, although they seem to have their normal intellect. And they escape. Haha, did you see them panic? They'll change back to normal as they leave the time reversal area that my weapon created. Those forbidden weapons will frighten ordinary people, Cruel, but Supergirl and Superman won't be scared. They'll find a way to stop you. Only my master brain is clever enough to outwit them. You're right, Luthor. You're the greatest criminal genius of all time. No, he is a perpetual failure. You guys, I feel like you really don't need him. But before you form your plan, we'd better check on what Superman and the Legion of Superheroes are doing. I'll use this mind over matter machine to materialize a monitor screen. Smart thinking, Cruel. So they see that they're still trapped. And so now they decide they want Luthor to get gold kryptonite. And so he invents this big tower. There, I built a giant tower which will attract gold kryptonite from anywhere on the Earth's surface, just as a super powerful magnetic attraction. They, by the way, earlier they discussed the fact that they intend to turn on Lex Luthor and take his power away. So it does attract this gold kryptonite. Great work, Luthor. I don't know what we'd do without that brain of yours. Dude, you created all those weapons. Man, I feel like they forgot that in this issue. Like, they decided, no, he didn't actually create them. Our next problem is to get Supergirl within range of the gold kryptonite so they can take away her powers and make her just a mere mortal girl. Mortal girl. Only one man is cunning enough to lure her into the trap. Luthor, yeah, he's the only one. All right, man, I'll tell her the forbidden weapons have failed and that we want to make a deal. We'll promise to cure her of her plant scourge. Only a super genius could come up with that. So he flies off. Meanwhile, they use the mind over matter machine to create this kind of catapult type creature, which throws the gold kryptonite at Supergirl and Luthor and strips them of their powers. Ugh, I can't move it. The radiations of the gold kryptonite have taken away my superpowers. I'm an ordinary girl now. Ugh, my powers are gone too. I can't fly anymore. Haha, our trick worked. Now to lure Superman into the trap. I'll deactivate the force field that's keeping Superman out of the present and let him through. We'll have a fine welcome all prepared for him. So he's flying, or he's now able to go through time. And when he's flying over, Supergirl uses a mirror to send him a Morse code. Beware of danger. Criminals have escaped Phantom Zone. You can help us by... but he comes down and he is also robbed of his powers. And by the way, gold kryptonite robs them of their powers permanently. All right, men, they're in our power with the gold kryptonite safely out of the way. It's safe for us to approach. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Superman and Supergirl at our mercy. The moment of reckoning has come. We're going to take over the Earth by using these forbidden weapons from Krypton, which you created, and you are powerless to stop it. That's what you think. All right, men, let's go. So suddenly, the Lex Luthor and Superman and Supergirl start to use their X-ray vision or their heat vision, and they reveal that the gold kryptonite was actually fake. He lured it from the Superman Museum. It was fake gold kryptonite that apparently he was able to create a magnet for, and they destroy all the weapons, including the Phantom Zone machine. So they can't send the criminals back, but she uses yet again the mind over matter helmet, and now it's a helmet, and creates a phantom ray gun and does put them back in the Phantom Zone. That did it. They're back where they belong. The Earth is free from their sinister menace. You're wrong, Superman. Remember, I've still got the plant scourge. Uh-oh, that bird that's flying towards me. It's going to be turned into a plant. But her scourge is over because Kal-El's belt was destroyed, and also Luthor's powers have been removed. This island is out of your jurisdiction, Superman, but I'll go back peacefully if you release my sister Lena Thorol from the bottle of Kandor. I agree, Luthor, but I would have freed Lena anyhow. I'll start working on the problem as soon as I deliver you to the authorities. Superman, I see you've unsealed the bottle of Kandor and rescued Lena. Not quite, Supergirl. I've unsealed the bottle, but that's just an android of Lena, which I created to help to help me operate this exchange ray. This ray shrinks the android and transports it into the bottle in exchange for the real Lena, who is now being released and enlarged to her normal size. Superman, Supergirl, I was sealed up in Kandor for days, but I knew you'd save me. Les Lalar's device failed to wipe out my memory. What strange luck. Because of the blackout in Kandor, Lena never discovered she was Luthor's sister. What was even more strange was to see Luthor for once using his superpowers for good instead of evil. This is a mixed bag, but it's got a lot of plot problems. Really big plot problems, and it's a shame that they killed off Les Lalar, and really ignominiously, because I thought she was a great villain. So I'm going to say I didn't really love this story. I think maybe a lot of other people will, but it just the plot problems were just too many for me.